Before missing an entire season, a lot of people believe Deshaun Watson was a top quarterback, maybe top 5. And NFL teams still believe that to be true because there are 3 frontrunners to land him. You got the Panthers, Saints, and the Browns. And then maybe you have the Atlanta Falcons making a late push here. The team is going to meet with Watson today about a potential deal. Now, understand this. These teams also, they all have to come up with the framework for a trade. This is what we're asking for, probably 3 first-round picks, maybe something else. Diana Rossini's done a great job reporting on this, the Mothership NFL reporter, that you got to come up with the sort of the blueprint, the parameters of this is what we'll offer you. And then the Texans will go, okay, we'll accept that, we'll accept that, we'll accept that, we'll accept that. Or you got to do better than that. And then they'll go back to Deshaun Watson and say, pick the team that you want to go to. He's going to meet with the Falcons. He's already met with the Panthers, the Saints, and the Browns. So this streamlines it. And if I'm Deshaun Watson, before any of this testimony gets out where he had to talk about the civil lawsuits, I get traded as soon as possible. You know, if you look at Friday, to what happened on Friday, in front of the grand jury, and they dropped those charges, now you have this. Now you have an opening here by the end of the week. Diana Rossini tweeted yesterday, first step for Saints, Panthers, Browns, arranging a meeting with Deshaun Watson, presenting a trade package to the Texans per multiple league sources. Once Houston approved, only then did they meet. Now it's up to Deshaun Watson because for some reason the Texans gave him a no-trade clause. Now the Texans can go, hey, final offer here. This is like a one-day sale. Here you go. Who wants Deshaun Watson? Apparently the Cleveland Browns do because yesterday Baker Mayfield confirmed his future in Cleveland was in doubt after Watson met with the Browns about a trade. That created a lot of speculation as to where Watson's going to end up and Baker Mayfield's going to end up. Felt a little premature by Baker Mayfield, just a little premature. Unless he's told, hey, there's no way you're coming back, whether we get to Deshaun Watson or not. Now, if that's the case, okay. But there's a couple things that came to mind with this, that there's still a really good chance, it feels like, that Baker Mayfield could be the Cleveland Browns quarterback this upcoming season, which make this feels even stranger that he put out this long sort of goodbye note to the city of Cleveland here. And remember when we talked about Baker Mayfield was going to play through the pain, and this had to do with his contract? And at the time I thought, you know what? You're rolling the dice. It's one thing to bet on yourself, but bet on yourself when you're healthy. And when he was healthy, I thought he was a good quarterback. Is he a great quarterback? No. Is he could be? Is he now a great quarterback? The answer is probably not. And the injury didn't help him. Deshaun Watson is an upgrade. Now, I don't know if Deshaun Watson even wants to go to Cleveland. Played college in Carolina, grew up a Falcons fan. Remember, this was last year where I saw Deshaun Watson in New York and he had a Falcons jacket on? Like, do you remember that? And I thought, wow, maybe he knew something back then or thought something. Or maybe he just said, hey, I'm a Falcons fan, or I was growing up. But here we are with Baker Mayfield, and you're going, what's going on? What does he know that we don't know? Have they said, hey, you're going to get traded. We're going to send you to Indianapolis. But what if he doesn't get traded and Deshaun Watson doesn't go there? Like, do you take out another full-page ad and say, never mind, or I'm back? But, you know, this is where the team is supposed to stay with you. Hey, he's going to play through pain. Cleveland, there's no loyalty whatsoever. Zero. But this is a situation where you would think the Browns would go, man, that dude at least tried to play. He shouldn't have played. But he tried to play. And it really came back to haunt him here because he wanted that new contract, that extension. But if I'm Deshaun Watson, I got to have a new team by Friday because this information is going to leak out. Things that are brought up by the lawyer representing these women in the civil lawsuits, the questions, the answers. I tried to find out if anybody knew anything yesterday, and one of my sources said, don't have anything on it. Zero. But said it doesn't mean it's going to not going to come out. But if I'm, this feels like a football story now. Friday, felt like this was a criminal case. Deshaun Watson's future is really in doubt. Now, for some reason, he feels less toxic because teams are going to be like, hey, we're okay. All you got to do is if you get a great quarterback, all right, we'll deal with the other stuff. We're fine with that. All right, maybe some people won't be happy that we brought in somebody who could be a serial sex abuser. Maybe he's innocent. Maybe, he might write a check. It all goes away, sort of. But Saints, Panthers, Browns, Falcons, we'll take him. And that's what it comes down to, talent. Because let's say Deshaun Watson played safety. Not a great player. Let's say just a defensive back. Do you think that anybody is going out of their way to sign him, bring him in? They would go, no, there's no way to have him on the roster. If you look at the sliding scale, we always talk about this. There's baggage, and then there's talent. If you got talent, that'll trump baggage. And that's the case here with Deshaun Watson. I mean, these teams, NBA teams, put up with Dennis Rodman. Now, granted, Dennis wasn't accused of what Deshaun Watson was, but he helped you win. Therefore, you went, he's just being Dennis. Deshaun Watson, it's different. You got talent. Somebody going to want you. Terrell Owens was considered toxic. Now, not charged anywhere near with what happened with Deshaun Watson, apples and oranges, but still, he had talent. You put up with talent. You'll put up with the baggage if you have talent. And that's the situation that you have here. But I like Baker Mayfield. But this felt like a white flag. Like, don't surrender. Just say, hey, I'm planning on coming back. I'd put the onus, the spotlight on the Browns here. I'm doing everything I can. I want to win. I'm rehabbing. I'm going to do more commercials. I'm ready to go. I would not raise the white flag here. Unless he knows by the end of the week, hey, you're going to be a Colt. And maybe that's the case. But we'll talk to Marcus Spears of the Mothership. He'll join us coming up here in a little bit.